What's up, people of the Clover Kingdom? It's your boy Kisame, and today we'll be doing What If Asta Fused with this Anti-Magic Devil Part 2. Now, the like goal was 5 for the past video. I don't know if I said that, but now if you want Part 3, the like goal will be 10. Now, without further ado, roll the intro. 血潮に乗ってその身にまとったクロー雲になく全てを振り払うように叶えよう約束通り君は出た世界だ Let's tie this world even I cannot stop this world All I need is catch us up We can catch the game. Last time we left off where Asta and Yuno were explaining to the people of Hajj Village Church about Asta's sudden change in appearance. Their minds are blown. They can just say okay because, well, they don't know what else to do or say. The whole situation was really weird for them. As Asta would ask Yuno to spar, Asta felt incredible power flowing through him and he just couldn't keep it bottled in. He wanted to release the energy through sparring. Yuno wanted to test Asta's abilities would accept his offer and the two would head outside. The children, Sister Lily, and the priest of Hajj all gathered around, wind flowing, leaves blowing along with the two children's hair. The air is so intense. Yuno will make the first move, blasting wind magic at Asta's direction. Asta will hear his devil say, touch the spell. Asta, listening to what he has to say, touches the spell with his hand as it immediately disappears on contact. And Yuno said he would be confused, but had came to the conclusion with Asta's new power he could cancel out spells. Yuno, not letting this get him down, would blast more wind attacks as Asta would just put out his hand and on contact the spell goes reflecting back towards Yuno. Yuno would be shocked thinking he can repel magical attacks too. Asta would out of instinct say Slayer as the huge black sword that he had summoned earlier would appear before him. He would grab this sword and speed at Yuno, disappearing from Yuno's vision. Asta points the sword at Yuno, forcing Yuno into giving up. Everyone was shocked with Asta's new abilities and they start thinking maybe he could become the Wizard King. Throughout the years, Asta had been bonding with this devil and training on his skills, having a much greater grasp on them than he does in canon. At last, we see Asta, present day, 15 years old, as she is sitting down waiting for Yuno, not asking Sister Lily out because in this, Asta's personality is different. Merging with his devil helped him mature, as Yuno would come walking out of the church. He would ask Asta, is he ready? Asta would then say, huh? Am I ready? I've been waiting on you, slowpoke, taking a bite of his apple. Yuno would roll his eyes, saying, yeah. But come on, Asta. It's time to go to the Grimoire Tower to get our grimoires. Asta and Yuno would fly in the direction of the grimoire, with Asta using his wing on his back, of course, and Yuno using his wind magic. They would arrive at the Grimoire Tower as everyone is chatting and socializing on their magical abilities in Grimoire. They think they'll get the grimoire they'll think they get. The wizard of the tower would then say, attention, give the people a speech. He would give the people a speech saying, if you don't get a grimoire, don't get discouraged. You can always try again next year. The grimoire ceremony would begin. The tower would light up from the aura of the people's grimoires. Many grimoires spread as the attention turns to one person, Yuno. As Yuno will have a 4-leaf clover grimoire, people being shocked and very much surprised that a commoner like him has such an amazing grimoire. By the way, Asta is only here because he already had achieved his grimoire, which if you had to watch part 4. Got an amazing. Back where we left off, they were shocked that commoner had such an amazing grimoire that holds good luck. By the way that Asta was like sorry, amazing grimoire like that. By the way, uh, Asta had already had his grimoire, like I was saying. Asta sitting in the corner, but then Asta glows red with energy. As his energy spreads throughout the entire tower, he would walk up to with his 5-leaf grimoire, and it is gray and clean, unlike Canon. And Asta would then say to don't you think this means you've won, I'll still be the Wizard King. Asta's appearance was already scary, and it was revealed that he had a 5-leaf clover grimoire. The people watch in fear as they remember the saying. A 3-leaf clover grimoire represents love and peace. Within the 4th holds a good luck. And within the 5th, there lies the power of the devil. Name Asta, the devil. Asta would quickly be, the name Asta would quickly be known, spread throughout the land as Asta and would leave. They would take different paths. Asta encountering a chain mage, which somehow manages to chain up with his chain magic. They the chain mage would then say somebody would pay good money for this. A filthy commoner such as yourself shouldn't have it, as Asta is just walking by as he sees this happening. Asta mocking would say, how did you get yourself into this mess, you dummy? Would then say, just shut up, Asta. Asta would then say, I guess I'll help, even though you could have done this on your own, trying to summon his demon slayer sword, but a different sword will come out, the demon dweller sword. Asta would say this is new, as he would dash past the chain mage saying anti-magic slice. The chain mage will bleed, and Asta would walk up to and touch his chains, canceling the spell. The chain mage would be unconscious. Asta and had a chat as they talked about when they were kids, and they still share that fist bump that hit hard in canon. After their 10 months of training, we see them now. Asta and will have a small chat before setting off, traveling to the direction of the Magic Knight's entrance exams. They would stop, take breaks, have to eat snakes and things they found in the wild. Eventually, they would arrive at their destination that took them days of traveling to get to the Magic Knight's entrance exam. The Magic Knight's entrance exam will start. Everyone doing the activities now. Asta can do about 2 of these things. Asta will ask the Magic Knight's squad captains, did it have to be a broom that they had to fly on? They would be confused as Asta says Slayer. His demon slayer will come hovering as he hops on it as if a skateboard. Flying in the air, standing straight up, the Magic Knight squad captains will be surprised and will consider this amazing. They also take note on the boy's appearance and know exactly who that is. Most of them want to keep an eye on Asta. The next and final test would be combat, as they would have picked out sparring partners. This time Seke would stay away from Asta as he finds Asta scary. Asta would then ask and would say yes, because simply after seeing Asta's amazing accomplishment of achieving a grimoire at the age of 7, pushes himself to the limit those past 10 months of the training, and he wanted to test how much more stronger he's gotten. They would step into the center of the circle, I guess you'd call it, and the battle would start. As would blast when making the first move. Asta would have a small flashback, remembering it's just like the first time they sparred when Asta got his powers. As Asta would then say Dweller, summoning his demon dweller sword, and now this sword would absorb the wind magic, much to Asta's and surprise. Out of instinct, Asta slashes his sword with much force as wind magic was sent hurling right back at him. The Magic Knight squad captains are thinking incredible. Asta would then use his grimoire and say black meteorite, dashing past, slicing him with anti-magic. Yuto would stumble back, bleeding from his side. Would then say wind magic, towering tornado, as Asta would then pull out his demon slayer sword and jumps up and slices the towering tornado, canceling it out. The battle would go on and Asta would come out on top. Now everyone is in line to see if they've got accepted or not. It is now Yuno's turn as every Magic Knight squad captain raises their hand. As Yuno would think going with the top squad would surely get him to be the Wizard King the fastest. With the straight face, Yuno would pick the Golden Dawn. It would then be Asta's turn as Asta steps up once more. All the Magic Knight squad captains raise their hands. Asta would say that he wants to be in one of the best, and Asta knows the Golden Dawns currently stand on top. Asta does want to be the best, but Yuno is in the Golden Dawn, and rivals can't be on the same squad, right? Asta would then say Black Bulls are the worst of the worst, a place for misfits, as he smiles lightly. I picked the Black Bulls. Before smiling lightly, he says, a place for... Let me reflect on what I said back. I said, the worst of the worst, a place for misfits, as he smiles and says, perfect for me. He didn't say I picked the Black Bulls. They may be the worst of the worst, but in my opinion, they're more like family. They're not all uptight and formal because they don't have to be. Like family. And I'll make them the best squad. Yami would laugh and say, I like you, kid. And that's where I'll be leaving it off. Again, the like goal is 10 likes if you want another part. Comment, subscribe, and King Kizumi out.